taste.
Question: Did you use the same routine in the World Barista Championship and the national?
No, so I competed in the nationals for 9 years, I think.
Uh-huh.
9 times over 10 years, or 8 times over 9 years. And each time I was really proud of the routine that I did. But for the nationals that I won, I used a natural processed, I can't remember now. I think it's a natural processed pacamara from Nicaragua, but it was like a separated out selection of ones that were too small went through a certain screen size. So normally they would be commodity coffee, and we just separated them and tried something different. And I really liked the routine. And when I won the national finals, I really felt at the end of it that I had done that routine as well as I could. I could take that to the world. The coffee would still taste really good, but I felt I had told that story as well as I could, and I wouldn't learn anything by doing it again. So I started again from that point, and maybe we had 10 weeks before the WBC. But if I'd have kept the previous routine and worked with it for another 10 weeks, it wouldn't become 10 times better.
Mm-hmm.
But if I started with something fresh, it would still be fresh in my mind, it would be fresh in my heart, and I would have to force myself to learn. Because once you have a routine, it's kind of easy to do, and you get to that level that you know how to do it, and then it kind of gets boring for you to do. But 10 weeks is about the right amount of time if you have coffee available to you. If you can make the decision around coffee pretty quickly, then 8-9 weeks is a good amount of time to work through some ideas, build a routine, and polish it into something useful, provided you've already got the technical skills, And the technical skills are something that, I was lucky that for lots of years I've been doing it, but it's something you can work on every day. And it's, one thing that when a barista says to me that they're interested in competing, I give them the rules and the score sheets immediately, even if the competition is 9 months away. It's like the one thing you can get out of it, not that the way that you make coffee for competition is necessarily the right way or the best way, but if you're ticking the boxes on the technical score sheet, you're consistent.
Right.
And consistency gives you points for the competition. It gives you more control over the taste, because everything about what you brew on stage is about it tasting the way you intended to. And so the more controlled and consistent you are, the more likely they will get the same flavors you thought they would from at the back. But also, the more controlled and consistent you are, the easier it is to change it. Because if you're really consistent, you can change one thing, and that's really hard. Maybe it's like, if you're consistent with your dosing and tamping, and you know exactly how to use the machine that is in your competition or is in your shop, you can make a decision. Okay, now I make shots the same way every time. If I remove half a gram from every shot consistently, how does the flavor change? And you change that one variable and you get a different result. Whereas if you're always playing with the shots in your cafe, if every day you're doing something slightly different, a different flush time, a different dose and a different yield every single time, you might have some amazing coffees, you might taste some amazing flavors, but it's really hard to repeat it. It's really hard to guarantee that that's what your customer will get or that your judge will get every single time. But if you can develop consistency, so you're like a robot every time you brew, and then develop the ability to break one piece at a time about what you're doing, then you're totally in control of the flavor.